We are here for a 2023 NFL 7-round mock draft. In this mock draft, we're going to the players, the positions of need, what the Lions can do to help their team out in April. Before you guys get upset, say this is way too early of a mock draft and you're throwing away the season, I've been doing this on my channel since I've started YouTube. I love doing draft and prospects. It's a good way to get to know some of these players. But before we get into today's video, if you think it's a sound and smart idea to get into a knife fight with Michael Myers, go ahead and subscribe to my channel because we talk all things Detroit Lions news and rumors. Sometimes being a Lions fan, you can get sliced and diced. Also, take that like button with you and let that bad boy get killed by Myers. Let's get into today's Lions mock draft. I'm doing the PFF mock simulator. This is where they had the Lions picking in the draft at the position. So if you say, why are they picking at this spot? Go ahead and complain to them. That's the way I do it. And with the 11th pick in the 2023 NFL mock draft, the Detroit Lions select Noah Sewell, linebacker from Oregon. As you know, the Detroit Lions have a massive hole at the linebacker position. Noah Sewell is sitting there at 11. Go ahead and select him. Solidify the middle of the field up. Pair him with Malcolm Rodriguez, much improved in a career. 84 solo tackles, 95 assisted, 179 total, and 7 sacks. When you think of Noah Sewell, he's got a high motor. Dan Campbell, he's type of guy. He shows up, got great hand use, tight spin move. He's good and quick and excellent understanding the angles, often beating his blockers. He combines athleticism, chase tackle the defender, toughness, and he's a physical 4-3 Mike. Good closing speed, long arms, drag down quarterbacks. Exactly what the Lions need. I think this would be a fantastic pick if the Lions are sitting there at 11 at that spot, because it fills a massive need with a player who can immediately make our defense much improved. I think this would be a solid pick. Get the linebacker. Let's start to build this defense that's atrocious. Go ahead and comment on the video right now. What position do you want the Lions to draft in the first round? We got 2 first-round picks. Linebacker, defensive end, quarterback, whatever it is, that's going to be the pinned comment for this video. And with the next pick, that's round 1, and it's 20 overall, the Detroit Lions select Edge B.J. Ojulari. Yes, the Lions need help at the edge. We got Aiden Hutchinson this last draft. Let's continue to build this bad boy up with the 6'3", 245 prospect from LSU. This guy is fluid. He pursues. He's capable of moving down the line, making big plays. He explodes off the line of scrimmage. Quick first step, agile feet to counter inside, closing burst to finish plays. He's flexible, good bend under the tackles, makes him truly dangerous, his ability to counter. He's very instinctive, and he's good countering, solid overall hand usage. He's got that speed, chase, and pursuit, and he does not get up. And I think that's what makes him a player the Lions could use on the edge there. Having a guy across from Aiden Hutchinson, another young prospect who fell, by the way, to the Lions there, got to take him. You got to get the player to help get to the quarterback. That is so far an issue. I don't want the issue anymore. Let's go ahead and get Ojulari. If he's sitting there, help this defense out in a big way. In the second round, pick 42, the Detroit Lions want to help out that secondary by selecting Eli Ricks, cornerback out of Alabama. Look, Jeffrey Okudah's having a good year, but guess who is not? That is Amani Oruwariye. Let's get Eli Ricks, 6'2", 190 pounds, a guy who explodes out of the back pedal. He's got great hands coordination. He loves to force interceptions. He's quick, confident, cover corner, plays bigger, limited when he's lined up in press coverage, delivering quick, surprisingly powerful punches, using his natural quickness to change direction. He tracks the ball well, does a nice job getting the head turned around, effective out of the slot and outside. 22 solo tackles, 11 assisted, 6 pass defense, 5 interceptions. We could use a guy like him to solidify the Detroit Lions secondary. Imagine him, Jerry Jacobs, and Jeffrey Okudah. The Detroit Lions are much improved in the secondary. I think this would be a solid option for the Detroit Lions to get better in the secondary to build this defense from the back and the front. That's what we're doing here, folks. We're just getting better, and that's what's important for the Lions at this point. But hey, it's not over. We got pick 74. The Detroit Lions select. How about we going defensive tackle here? Jaquelin Roy out of LSU. Big body, 6'4", 315. Stuff the middle. We've been getting gashed, run, and in the past, the middle has been an issue. We don't know what Levi Ojulari is looking like. This may have to be his replacement. He's got big hands, block passes, unable to beat, if unable to beat his man, he follows the quarterback, moving the pocket and the screens, flashing, exciting burst off the snap to penetrate, can slip through the gap. He's extremely thick through his lower body. Roy uses natural leverage to win at the point of attack. Potential to be a starter, top 120 pick. The Lions need help. And in round 3, I think this would be a solid option for the Detroit Lions. It really would be. Again, we're building this defense. We did a lot here to help this defense out on all levels. This would be a solid pick for the Detroit Lions. You know what would also be solid is smashing that like button. Let's get to 400 likes in this video. It's free to do so, and it helps push the video out there. That's what it's all about, helping getting this content out there. And let's not stop there. Let's go to round 4, pick 110. The Detroit Lions need to get help at the safety position with Rashad Torrence here. Look, Torrence can help out the Lions in a big way in the back and safety position. Hurting, 6 foot 202. You look at his career stats here, pretty good tackling, a lot of tackles. This guy, that's what he does. And he's got great route recognition, quicker than Torrence is fast, but his burst closes zone coverage, plays physical at line and man. His explosive mover, a quickness of speed. He's a little bit raw, but that's okay. He needs to tighten up his angles in pursuit. He sometimes takes some bad angles. He's got that body, though, that is prototypical for what you're looking for at that safety. Maybe you want to get a little bit bigger. Totally get it. I like the bigger guys here. And yeah, it's not 6'9", it's 6 foot. But he would a guy to help out the Lions in the back end. And so far in this defense, the Detroit Lions has done a phenomenal job getting better at that position. But it's time that we do get some help. And we got to go to the 5th round here. Pick 142. That would be our next selection. So why don't we get some help at a spot, I think, that would help out the Lions in a big way. We go ahead and get a quarterback, backup quarterback, a developmental guy here, Grayson McCall. Completion percentage, 70.8, 6,722 yards, 68 touchdowns, and 7 interceptions. You know what I like about this guy? He's got the arm strength to drive the ball through tight windows. Up to 20 yards downfield. He sprays the ball anywhere over the field. He possesses an NFL arm, that really hard, push the ball, strong arm. He's really good with the read option, and what I love about him is his athleticism. He can scramble, get out of the pocket, some bootleg, read options, dual threat. Now, obviously, he's a developmental guy. He's not a guy that's going to start right away, and that's perfectly fine because he would not be someone you want to, but he would be a much better backup quarterback than we got right now. A guy who could just sit back, learn from Jared Goff, and potentially could be a future if he ends up progressing well. If not, you got a solid backup for the Detroit Lions. Don't need to worry about issues going forward. Next pick for the Detroit Lions is we got to go to round 6, pick 174. And How about we get a running back here? Look, when we're looking at Jamal Williams, he's no longer going to be on this team. I would assume that they're not going to re-up his contract. Roschon Johnson, 335 attempts, 1,802 yards, 19 touchdowns, average of 5.4, 6'2", 223. He's a bigger running back. He kind of does remind you a little bit of Jamal Williams. He's best working in space. He does show quickness and vision. He can do a return specialist. He shows decent burst, straight line speed, turn into big plays. He's a bigger back. He can deal with the pounding that's required to be a back. He's aggressive and willing, and he's got the size to chip, pick. He's decent picking up blotzers and help blocking, and that's something part of the run game you want, as well as a guy who can help in the block game. Can't go everything defense here, and we do need a running back, and maybe there's going to be injuries, obviously, to DeAndre Swift. This guy could potentially be one of those guys, and it's really important to have a backup running back in there to help run the football. I think this would be a nice option in the 6th round. What's also a nice option is probably the bet on the Lions to cover. Right now, again, dog versus the New England Patriots. Go to chatsports.com/LionsBet. Put in the promo code LIONS125, 125% deposit bonus. LIONS125. That's how you get it done. Let's go ahead and go to the final pick for the Detroit Lions in the 6th round. It's pick 185, and you might be shocked here what I'm going to go with, but I'm going with a kicker, the best one in college right now, B.T. Potter. Look at his field goal percentage this year, 90.9. He's 7 for 7 for 20 to 39, 2 for 3 for 40 to 49, and he's 1 for 1 for 50 plus. The Lions need help at the kick position. So why not draft a kicker? We got our punter. Let's get our kicker. We're going through kickers. We're having issues this season. Just go ahead, select a kicker in the draft, fix the problem. No longer got to deal with it. That's the way that I see it. Get the best one in the draft in the 6th round. That's generally where you want to get your special teams players. I have no problem doing a pick on that. Folks, in the upcoming videos, we do got the One Pride podcast on my channel, 4 p.m. on Thursday. Get ready for that. Going to be a fun interactive show. Lions watch party. That's going to be fun for sure.